My video for the 29th of September 2017 is entitled "The We Are One Deception." I was guilty of teaching this myself. I bought into the fraud for a long time. Many of my best friends over the years still do. It took the theft of my home to begin waking me up to the fact that the world is not operated by any loving God. On the contrary, it is controlled as a business for profiteers who have no morality or ethical responsibility. They are prophets of greed and far worse crimes against humanity. The so-called unity deception tricks us into the insanity of denying our actual experience by calling it an illusion. Perhaps at one time in our very ancient history, there was some oneness in human experience, or at least innocence. But that epoch ended millennia ago. Now we are engaged in perpetual conflict, visible and invisible wars that wound the most innocent part of our true selves. Oneness is only proclaimed by those who are out of touch with reality. It has become a smokescreen to get us to look away and even deny the sad truth. What will it take to wake us up? Yeah, it's actually with great sadness that I present this video. I've been awake for over 2 hours already, but I've been up for about an hour at the computer. And once again, I couldn't sleep. I woke up only a few hours after I went to bed, and then I continued to doze and wake till about 2:30, and it's 4:30 now. Anyway, folks, I apologize for ever having bought into the "we are one" idea. It is something that I wish was true. Don't get me wrong. I'd like to see the oneness of things. I'd like to see us all pull together and be on the same team, wanting the best for everybody. But that simply is not the reality of the world in which we live. It has been taken over by charlatans of the worst sort that have no idea of telling the truth. That is out of their game plan. It's not in their realm of consciousness. They only want deception. Deception is the rule of their game. And you can't have unity when there's deception. Unity requires there to be truth. It requires that we come from the motive of loving one another. It requires that we find ways to work together instead of pulling apart. But these things that it requires are not part of our human experience. They do not exist in our realm of observation, nor in our higher expectations and ability to influence the outcome. It will take the part of us that is the God beyond us to rectify the situation. As I keep saying, if we could do it, we would have already done it. People say it's up to us, it's up to us. Well, if it's up to us, then we need to be empowered. Like Anastasia was never brainwashed. So she grew up with talents, gifts, and abilities that we do not easily access. Maybe at some point we will be able to, but in order to be able to tap into that part of our being that has the natural innocence and is able to overcome the massive amount of lies and other deceptions that touch every realm of our existence on this planet. It's absolute insanity to me how bad the situation has become. Nothing is true. Everything has been doctored. Everything has been manipulated. Everything has been taken over by dark influences. Certainly not a loving God. A loving God, as I see it, would not have allowed it to go as far as it has gone. Now, the excuses are there has to be an alignment of planets. Well, there's debate as to even what planets are. I mean, there are still people out there pushing that the Earth is a pancake, instead of a globe. It's insane. How are we supposed to get on a path that leads to our freedom and leads to our liberation from the lies if we can't even admit what the earth is? Oh, I know that there are Bible verses and other references that make it seem like the earth is flat, but there are also ones that contradict that. And that's not the issue. It doesn't matter what shape the earth is. It doesn't matter if it was a cube. It's not. I'm not saying it is. I'm not even suggesting that it is. But it does matter that we're able to see things from a place where we can at least have an expectation of real change. The people that are in control, the last thing they want is real change. Donald Trump can't drain the swamp when he himself is controlled by many who want to keep the old paradigm going, even when there's a great awakening taking place and people are trying to get back to an honest monetary system. But even an honest monetary system will lead to slavery. It was more honest in the beginning, perhaps. Perhaps. I don't know what history really is because we've been told so many lies. Who's to say what the truth is? I can't do it anymore. I know what might have a resonance in my being, but I can't verify or substantiate any truth in that. It's just a feeling. It's just an awareness, if you will, but I don't know that it's true. I don't have confidence that some of the things that I have felt in my life were true. I don't have the confidence that they really are. Again, I believed that we were all one, that God was working everything out according to a higher purpose, according to a higher will, if you will. God was in charge. God was in control. But that's simply not the perceived reality of human experience, where whatever is in control is malevolent. It's not benevolent. It doesn't work together for good. It works to keep us enslaved. When are we going to see that? That the whole game plan of the people who actually seem to be in charge, who actually are running the planet, that they do not have an intent to free us from the lies, to free us from the bondage. They want to keep us enslaved forever if they could, because they profit by it. That's profit, not prophet. They are profiteers, not prophets of anything good. Folks, I'd like very much to be able to give you tidings of great joy that our liberation is at hand. There are people that say it is. I wish they were right. I'd like to see evidence, but I don't yet. And so I have to keep sharing what I see as the terrible truth. We are not yet one. I hope someday we will be. Thank you for listening, and namaste.